Hello and welcome back to episode 8. In today's episode, we're going to make the cat die even more. So in our last episode, we had the cat climbing on these logs. Now you can cross the river safely on logs. And in today's episode, he dies if he touches the water. Everyone knows that cats die when they touch the water. So this is probably the trickiest of our tasks for this whole game. We're going to use some of the Boolean blocks here to build something. So we're going to have it that the cat dies if he touches this blue color, which is our water, but not die if it's touching the blue and touching the log. All right. Before we do that, in a previous episode, we talked about keeping the code dry. Don't repeat yourself. So because we're going to expand the death, we're going to use this part right here, which is our death code. Let's talk about these my blocks sections, which allow us to build something called functions. We're going to build the simplest of all functions, which is just one called death. Right? So if I build a new block called death, it gives us define death, and if I put my death code in here, it also generates this death block. So if I put that in there and run it, you can see here that my cat dies as he did normally. All right. So what's happening here is this conditional, this if touching convertible or convertible to, when it activates, it runs this block. But inside that block is all of these. And so doing this, what it allows us to do is when we build a bigger chain of conditions here for our log and the water, we can just drop this single thing in here without having to put all of these blocks in. All right, so let's build. Let's build. So we're going to use an if statement again. There are better ways of doing this, I'll say, but I find this one's easiest to understand. So we're going to use the and, because what we want the statement to say is if the cat is touching the blue color and it's not touching the log, it's going to die. All right, so we have to put these together like this, use our sensing of touching color, which to set the same color as that, we're going to use the eyedropper. So I click on this color, I click on the eyedropper, I select the blue, and I'm just going to demonstrate here for a second. So if I run that and I make the cat touch the water, he dies. All right, let's show that again. Touch the water, he dies. Okay, and so if he's touching the blue and not touching log 1, sensing, touching log 1 and not touching log 1, he will die. All right, so he's not dying, but when he's off the log, he dies. All right, so he dies if he goes into the water, but if he's touching the log and the blue, because you can see right there, he's not, he's touching the log and the blue. So we can use that, but we also need to have the second log in there, so it can touch the log 1 or log 2. Let's duplicate that. Log 1 or log 2, and he should be fine. All right, there we go. Still got that problem of the cat moving weirdly when there we go. Oop, he's dead. Okay, that's it for this episode. So again, that is the cat is touching the water, and means both of these conditions have to be true. Not touching the log1 or log2, it's going to run this death code. Now, I could build this out bigger and have a single giant Boolean chain here to put it all together. I don't want to make people's heads explode, so I'm just going to leave it like that for now. All right, see you in the next episode.